We all work so hard for Singapore, and I was listening to one of the speeches written during National Day by our late Lee Kuan Yew, the founding father, and it was really something that he said about life in Singapore will be different in many ways. All right. So the next song about Singapore Cowboy from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. So something positive. I hope you'll carry away from this wonderful concert. I'd like to thank Temasek and Shophouse for hosting us. And I'd like to thank Denise Pua for inviting me. And also thank all the wonderful people from CDC. And also, of course, the excellent work done by Mr. Quack and the Purple Parade. Let's all big hand to the Purple Parade. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
All right. Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Bright stars and superstars, none of my own. Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Won't you play me Singapore Cowboy, another famous song? Well, I was born in Singapore and lived in a kampong house. That was back in 1950 days. We were very poor, then we had porridge, soya sauce. That was back in 1950 days. Oh, Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Bright stars and superstars, none of my own. Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Won't you play me Singapore Cowboy, another famous song? Well, back in 1960 days, when everything was cheap, char kway teow and mee goreng 50 cents. Well, roti prata cost you only 5 cents or 10 cents. An ice ball, you know what's an ice ball? In the old days, in the 60s, an ice ball cost you only 5 cents. Oh, Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Bright stars and superstars, none of my own. Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Won't you play me Singapore Cowboy, another famous song? Well, back in 1970 days, we used to pagolia and sometimes go to the jungle, catch spider. But nowadays, all the youngsters play computer, iPad, iPhone, and what? iPhone 14, is it? iPhone 14. Oh, Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Bright stars and superstars, none of my own. Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Won't you play me Singapore Cowboy, another famous song? Well, back in those good old days, we had the kampong spirit, cause all my neighbors never shut our door. Nowadays, you live in a high-rise, nobody know who you are. And goddamn neighbor, slam the door on you. Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Bright stars and superstars, none of my own. Singapore Cowboy, where do I belong? Won't you play this Singapore Cowboy, another famous song? Well, 30 years from now on, I don't know what happened to Singapore, but some of you will be millionaire, while others gonna be a billionaire, and all your hopes and dreams will come true. Singapore Cowboy, this is where I belong. Bright stars and superstars, all of my own. Singapore Cowboy, surely I belong. Won't you play me Singapore Cowboy, another famous song? Singapore Cowboy, this is where I belong. Bright stars and superstars, all of my own. Singapore Cowboy, surely I belong. Won't you play me Singapore Cowboy, another famous song? Won't you play me Singapore Cowboy, another famous song? Won't you play me Singapore another famous song.